Uh, Hello everyone, my name is Yohanes Danomira. I'm from SA16. And this video I'm gonna retelling a story about one night in Basara. So here's the story. A man lived in the city of Basara, sold a fish. One night there's a fish seller, and one night the fish seller met a dwarf in the street. The fish seller liked funny stories, and the dwarf know a lot of good stories. So the visitor invited him to his house for a dinner. My wife is cooking a big fish tonight, he said. Come and eat it with us. And the dwarf was hungry. The fish was good, and the visitor's wife gave him more and more food. You are only a little man, she said. You have to get a lot of food. Then you will big. Her husband laughed and hit the dwarf on the back. He did this in the friendly way, but the dwarf had a lot of food in his mouth. A lot of food in his mouth. A large piece of fish went down the wrong way inside him. The dwarf felt very ill. He couldn't speak. His face turned red, then weak. He fell into the floor and didn't move. The fish seller was afraid. The dwarf is dead. He thought, I don't want a dead man in my house. It was an accident. But there will be a question. The people will take me to the judge. What will the judge say? What will happen to me? Let's get the dwarf out of our house, said his wife. The fish seller thought. Then he carried the dwarf outside the doctor lived, across the road. On the first floor, on the first floor, the professor climbed the doctor's stairs. Then he put the dwarf down outside his door. Then he made a loud noise, the book, then ran away. The doctor opened his door quickly, but when he did this, the door is hitting the dwarf hard. The dwarf fell down the bottom of the stairs. The doctor ran downstairs after him, but the dwarf didn't move. This little man is dead, he said. It was an accident. But what will everybody say? I am a doctor, but I am killed people. Nobody will come to me again. What I'm going to do now? Then he had an idea. He looked up and down, searching everywhere behind from the street. It was late. Nobody was outside. An old book seller lived in the next house. I know, thought the doctor. I will throw the dwarf over the wall into the old book cellar. Then the dwarf will be his problem, not mine. Noise from the inside house of the old book cellar. He heard the noise, but it's hurting my bird. He thought. He ran outside. Then he saw the dwarf on the ground near the bird. So he started to hit him hard in the head. Thief! What are you doing to my bird? He shouted. Tell me. But the dwarf didn't speak. He didn't move. Then the old bird seller was afraid and looked at the dwarf again. This little man is dead, he thought. I hit him, but I didn't want to kill him. What will the judge say? Then he had an idea. He looked out of his doorway. Nobody was outside. He carried the dwarf on the street to big house. Very rich man. He's a very rich man. Lived in that house. He put the dwarf in the front of the rich man's door. Then he ran home. The rich man was out for the evening with his friend. When he came home, He found the dwarf in front of his door. Wake up, he shouted. Wake up, angrily. You can't sleep here. He began to kick the dwarf hard. The dwarf didn't wake up, but the other people in the street heard him. One man came out of his house and said, Stop, stop, stop. You killed that little man. The rich man stopped and looked down at the dwarf, but the dwarf didn't move. You see, said the other man now. He, he is dead. People looked out of their window and saw that he killed the dwarf. Let's take him to the judge. They looked at the rich man and the dwarf. Yeah, they took the rich man and the dwarf to the judge. It was in the middle of the night, and the judge was asleep. But he woke up because they come to him with a lot of noises and came outside. He looked at the dwarf and listened to the people. The judge said to the rich man, You killed him, so now you have to die. The bird cell heard the judge's words. Please, sir, he said, this man didn't kill the dwarf. I did it. I hit him on the head, and I didn't want to kill him, but he died. I left him by this man's door all night, said the judge. So you have to die. When he heard this, the doctor thought, I don't like this. I don't like this. Old seller. I don't like this old seller. But he can die. I did not I did not want him to be dead, he said. The doctor, the old man didn't kill the dwarf. I killed him. I opened my door too quickly and pushed the dwarf off the stairs. Then I threw him into the old cell's garden. When when will we get to the end of this? Asked the judge. So you have to die, said the bestseller. I killed the dwarf. It was an accident, but I was afraid to so I put him in front of the doctor door. So some foot went the wrong way inside him, and I hit him. I show you the, I will show you. The field seller hit the dwarf on the back, but when he did this, a large piece of fish jumped out of the dwarf's mouth. The dwarf opened his eyes. He was dead. What happened? He said. Where am I? And the judge spoke for the last time. So, dwarf isn't dead, so nobody has to die. But you kick and hit this little man. Each man will pay him 50 gold pieces. Now go home and be kinder in the future. So that's the story. Thank you for watching. Bye.